The Portland housing market is shifting, and some neighborhoods are feeling it harder than others. Inventory's up, days on market are growing longer, and for the first time in years, we're seeing people leave certain parts of Portland. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the top Portland suburbs and neighborhoods where more homeowners are moving out than actually moving in. What's driving that trend from affordability, taxes, crime, lifestyle shifts, and which areas people are choosing instead for a better value, space, and possibly school districts. I'm Ann Stewart. I'm a local real estate agent for over 25 years and a relocation specialist with over 100 five-star reviews. My team and I help dozens of people move here every year. And today's topic I've been watching very closely, so let's get into it. Once upon a time, the Pearl District was the place to be. Urban living at its finest, with trendy restaurants you could walk to, hip art galleries, First Thursday right outside your door, and those stylish coffee shops popping up on every corner. I remember helping clients move into the Pearl in the early to mid 2000s, and it truly had a vibe. The Mecca, Portland's condo lifestyle, where both young and old wanted to be a part of the city's energy. But things changed drastically during COVID. High density living lost its appeal. People wanted more space, and at the same time, Portland faced growing challenges like homelessness, safety concerns, and businesses closing their doors. Suddenly, condo living downtown felt less like an urban dream and more like a lifestyle they wanted to escape from. Now you fast forward to today, and the Pearl's condo market has become tough. Many complexes feel like ghost towns. HOA dues are climbing as fewer units shoulder a lot of the expenses. Owners are frustrated. Some are trapped in underwater mortgages, and many would rather sell at a loss than continue carrying high dues in a depressed market. The numbers really paint the picture. Right now in the Pearl District, the median sales price is sitting around $455,000, which is down 3% from last year. And even more striking, the median listing price has fallen nearly 20% year over year. And condos, if they sell, are taking an average of 77 days, nearly twice as long as they did a year ago. And it's not just percentages on a chart. Real owners are feeling the hit. I've seen condos that once sold for over $500,000, now trading hands for just over $400,000. That is a 20% loss. And when you have rising HOA dues, fewer residents are left to cover the costs, and what felt like a smart investment has now become a major financial strain for a lot of homeowners there. So where are people moving instead of the Pearl? Well, the trend has been pretty clear. Buyers are looking to the Westside suburbs. Places like the Beaverton, Tigard, Lake Oswegos are all seeing stronger demand. Why? It comes down to lifestyle. Families want the backyards for kids and pets. Retirees want quieter streets, but still be close to shopping, healthcare. Younger buyers want community, and they still want to be walkable to restaurants, shops, coffee, parks. They just don't want to deal with the noise, the safety concerns, and the rising HOA costs of downtown living. In Beaverton, for example, you're going to find a lot of newer homes, that density, tech jobs down the street. You're going to have trail systems, parks, and a lot of neighborhood styles. In Tigard, you're still in the suburban neighborhoods and easy freeway access, and just being able to get to Bridgeport Village, shopping and dining. And of course, Lake Oswego, long been known for its beautiful neighborhoods, waterfront, and a strong community. So here is the difference. While condo prices in the Pearl have dropped nearly 20% year over year, single-family home prices in the suburbs have held pretty steady. And that tells you exactly where buyers see the long-term value right now: space, stability, and the neighborhood that feels like it's still thriving. For many, it's not just about living in the city. It's about gaining more space, more peace of mind, and a stronger investment in the process. The Pearl District will always be remembered as Portland's first true urban hub, the neighborhood that made condo living aspirational. But the reality is that the market has shifted. And while you can find really great deals right now down in the Pearl, it's going to take real change both in the city and in the buyer demand before the Pearl really rebounds to find its golden era status once again. So if you're curious what options would work best for you, whether that's a quieter suburb, a lifestyle community, and even just a different pocket of the city, reach out, let's talk. We'll help you figure out where your lifestyle investment goals align in today's market. And you can always grab our free relocation guide in the description below. For years, Portland, especially Multnomah County, was the heartbeat of the metro area. It had the culture, the food, the neighborhoods, and the lifestyle that drew people from all over the country. But today we're seeing a little bit of a different story. Many homeowners are making tough decisions to leave Multnomah County behind in search of financial relief, safer communities, and a more peace and quiet. Let's start with the financial side. Multnomah County has some of the highest property taxes in the Portland metro. And that's on top of state income taxes and additional levies from schools and local programs. Layer in the rising utility costs going up and inflation, and for many families, this cost of living here isn't sustainable. What once felt the price of admission to live in Portland's most popular neighborhoods has become a pretty heavy financial strain, and homeowners are asking themselves, is this even worth it anymore? But finances are not the only issue. Safety has become a major concern for many residences. Homeowners feel like Portland has allowed homelessness to spiral without any meaningful solutions, leaving neighborhood and taxpayers to bear the brunt. And while most of us want to help, the reality is when encampments and drug activity show up in your own backyard, people eventually reach their breaking point. Active drug use, rising crime, and visible disorder have left many of Portland's most beloved neighborhoods feeling like they've lost that balance between community and livability. And this is the real turning point. Homeowners are realizing they don't have to compromise. They don't have to trade safety or affordability for amenities. And that's why we've seen a sharp increase in families and individuals relocating outside of Multnomah County. They're looking for areas that still offer great restaurants, shops, coffee, and community events, but in an environment that feels cleaner, safer, and more sustainable. So where are people going from Multnomah County to? Well, many are heading into Clackamas and Washington counties, where taxes are lower, neighborhoods offer more of the urban-suburban mix, places like the Lake Oswego, the Tigard, the Sherwood, the Southwest kind of area. The communities still provide good schools, shopping, dining, parks, but with fewer compromises on safety and costs of living. And for a lot of people, it's really about getting back to the peace of mind that first made Portland attractive, but in a way that feels sustainable long-term. We've been talking a lot about how people are moving out of the Pearl District and parts of Multnomah County, but here's the thing, they're not leaving Portland behind. What we're really seeing is a shift. Instead of downtown condos or high-tax neighborhoods, buyers are choosing alternatives. The suburbs, especially on the west side. We've seen people move into places they never thought were going to be places they'd live, and we're seeing a strong demand for it. People are drawn to more space, quieter streets, good schools and neighborhoods that still offer all the things they want, but without some of the challenges we've seen inside the city core. And there are even some surprising locations where people are landing, like smaller towns outside of Portland, master plan communities, other condo living inside of the burbs, and a lot of other alternatives. So they're getting the lower taxes and they're still getting that strong sense of community. So while the Pearl and parts of Multnomah County are having their challenges, Portlanders aren't really leaving Portland. They're just redefining what Portland living means for them. So if this is weighing on you and you're trying to figure out, is Portland the right move and what neighborhoods fit you, reach out. We will have an honest look at the market of the area that you're thinking about moving to and things that you might want to consider. And keep watching our videos as we're putting out content that is helping you understand Portland life.